What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman. Now, if you've tuned into the channel at all over the last couple of months, you know we've kept up with every daily report and rumor as far as Black Widow's theatrical release. And in fact, just yesterday, via a Twitter account that had leaked previously and correctly the release of the Black Widow trailers, we got news that a cut of the film may in fact be undergoing the localization process for international release. Well, that was immediately followed by one of the most trusted Hollywood trades with a completely opposite report, saying that from their trusted sources, Black Widow may indeed be eyeing another release date, another delay, and pushed back to 2021. And unfortunately, the logic and reasons that they give, I can't disagree with. We're going to break down exactly where this story is coming from, what it says about Black Widow being delayed again until next year, and why. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel related stuff, including this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray bill, as well as our 3rd and final Infinity Saga box set. If you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, ironically, if you were poking around the internet today on Instagram or some of the other Reddit and subreddits for Marvel, you would have noticed that a ton of new photos, well, a ton, 3, and some new merchandise for Black Widow were actually released today, which is ironic considering the report from Variety yesterday, like I said, that followed immediately after we got this localization tweet, as they report under the headline, quote, Black Widow eyes new release date, Soul may move to Disney+. They go on to say an impending Black Widow delay comes just days after Warner Brothers announced their Wonder Woman 1984 will debut in late December instead of October. And early in the article, they make mention that Disney, quote, will likely delay Black Widow, the superhero adventure from Marvel that was slated to open on November 6th, according to multiple individuals with knowledge of the situation. The studio is also exploring various release options for Pixar's existential cartoon Soul. The animated kids film is still scheduled to release November 20th, but it is unlikely to move forward with those plans. The studio is even considering releasing it on Disney+. Now, if they're not going to put Soul out on November 20th, it's a long shot to think that they would put, okay, totally pun intended, Marvel puns, long shot. Okay, yeah? No? Anybody? Long shot? Don't lie. You know you had the Marvel cards as a kid but have no idea who that character is. Either way, it's a long shot they'd be willing to put Black Widow out on November 6th. And if you go on to read the rest of this article, one of the main reasons is even though 70% of the theaters across the US are up to operating capacity, 2 major markets in New York and California are still completely closed. When you rule those theaters out and you look at the box office take that's still possible for this film versus a 3 or 4 month delay and putting it out in spring of next year, when hopefully theaters are close to full capacity and we're that much further along from the earlier delays this year, then it looks like from that perspective and easily that it's a no-brainer and it'll be delayed again, which is probably why Marvel Studios hasn't said anything, confirmation or otherwise. They're waiting till the last moment to be able to move this again, but I would suspect, considering we're almost at the 30-day countdown, that if the movie isn't set to go live on November 6th anymore, we should hear from Marvel Studios within the next 2 weeks. And it could also be that they're lining up some other announcements alongside that so that the disappointment is clouded then by announcements of castings like She-Hulk and the other goings-on we've heard about production and all the rest of that, including release dates and trailers for WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, when previously we had reported that Disney's Premier Access for their video on demand service for Disney Plus didn't go as planned with Mulan, a lot of you were very quick to mention that, yeah, of course you didn't shell out the extra 30, especially not when Disney immediately said it would be free in December, but you would pony up the money for Black Widow if it would go to VOD. And I think Disney's smart enough to realize that Mulan doesn't really hold a candle to a new Marvel movie, and if they did decide to go the video on demand route, they would make a lot more money that way. But unfortunately, Premier Access did not hit the way that they wanted it to, and I don't think they're willing to risk that, especially with their next blockbuster when they already have series headed to Disney Plus. I've taken a step back and thought a lot about this. If they didn't have Falcon and the Winter Soldier, if they didn't have WandaVision and Loki, other series coming out on Disney Plus, and hopefully within the next 6 to 12 months, Black Widow would almost be a sure shot for that video on demand. But they don't need to over-service that streaming service by providing that film there. And in fact, if WandaVision has to end up being the show that kicks off Marvel Phase 4 instead of the Black Widow film, I'm sure they'll do that. They're also not going to want simultaneous Marvel content streaming in two different ways on the same platform when they're both brand new. We've had no content for so long. At this point, when they're actually ready to release 2 or 3 pieces, they're not going to put it out at the same time, and I think that has a lot to do with it. If Black Widow were to go to video on demand, was ready to be released, say in September, then you'd have months and months before one of the Disney Plus series would hit, and then you'd have downtime so that you could get re-enthusiasm for subscriptions, etc. They're not going to put Black Widow out on video on demand to enthuse people to also have a subscription right before they put WandaVision out. And considering I think WandaVision right now is pretty much the one that has done the most outside of Eternals and or Black Widow, that's why we keep talking about that one and not Falcon and the Winter Soldier as the most likely kickoff for Marvel Phase 4. One final thought I'll leave you with is this is beginning to become a little ridiculous, and I use that word specifically because I'm just mirroring the sentiment here at the channel and other places on Reddit when I start seeing the replies to all of these new updates. People just want the film in any way possible. I am sure that Disney and Marvel Studios would make a ton of money if they put it on video on demand. I think we all would pony up the cash and be willing to watch it. The problem is that they're also looking to put movies back in theaters. This one and the Eternals are the only 2 ones that they have done, and if it's literally between November of this year and February of next year, another 90 days to possibly have a more successful release for Scarlett Johansson, for the Black Widow franchise, because she's a member of the original core Avengers, and because they haven't had a box office release in what will be going on almost 2 years if it comes out in spring of next year, Marvel Studios is definitely going to hold out. And for those worried that it might have an effect on their overall slate, there's already been an effect on their overall slate. And as we've reported many times here at the channel, it also looks like they've freed up a couple of spots along the way. Yes, all the movies were pushed back one release date, but now some of those movies have been reshuffled, opening up new release slots, including that 3rd Spider-Man film. It could be that they'll catch up in one of those spots. If they do end up pushing Black Widow and Eternals back, they'll slide over until they get to one of the empty slots, and that's when this new release slate can correct itself. Either way, guys, it's looking like we're going to have to wait at least until 2021 to get any box office releases, and at that point, if we can please just get one of the Disney Plus shows, if it's WandaVision, if it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier, either one, if you can get it out in December, Mandalorian launches in October, it runs through the middle of November, launch WandaVision December 1st, we will all be so thankful. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. Does all of this make sense? Black Widow looking for a definite shoe-in for 2021, and you can see why they wouldn't want to overload Disney Plus after we've gone this long without Marvel content, as well as, are you worried about the rest of the slate? And how do you think that they're assigning budgets for this sort of stuff if they don't even know if there'll be a box office on the back end? Guys, let me know all your thoughts and replies down below. It has definitely been very fun. Fun's an interesting word. It has been very interesting to read what you have to say, and I know that we all feel the same way about Marvel content. Hopefully, guys, we're going to get something here very soon. Let me know all your thoughts down below, and quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 700,000 subscriber mark, which we may easily hit by month's end. All you have to do to be entered to win, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and that'll automatically enter you to win all the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like this insane 1/4 scale XM Studios Beta Ray Bill, in no way an action figure, and at almost a full 3 feet tall, 30 inches. This is an immaculately sculpted museum quality piece, again from XM Studios. That'll be given away at 750,000 subscribers. And then this holiday season, regardless of subscriber count, the 3rd one we're giving away here at the channel, the limited edition Infinity Saga box set. These were limited in pre-sale orders to 4,000, immediately sold out on release day, and since then have absolutely skyrocketed in value on the secondary market. We gave away 2 earlier this year. This will be the 3rd and final one we give away at the channel in December, regardless of subscriber count. If you want to be entered to win either of the PlayStations, the Beta Ray Bill, or this limited edition Infinity Saga box set, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. Notification bell, make sure to turn those notifications on to keep up with the channel. Again, that'll help you go towards winning the prizes because you'll be able to keep up with the videos as they're released. And of course, because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the easier it makes the randomizer to find your name. Now, all the winners will be chosen randomly and then announced in the end of videos the same way we're doing here. And if that means you've missed any of the previous winner announcements, no worries. All you have to do is just scroll back through the channel, look for winner announcement in the sub count in the title, click on that video, scroll to the end. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nevelin, streaming World of Warcraft, Spellbreak, and other spell-adjacent games most nights over on Twitch, as well as daily YouTube content here on my channel and original music over on Spotify under All Fires. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon.